Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Zothile Mbatha. My YouTube channel name is Zothile Mbatha, but on my social media, which is Instagram, I go by the name of Zoe Mbatha 17. Alright, guys, if you are my day one, you've been here to my 165 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Even though I hardly post, or I'm not that consistent, I'm not a consistent queen as yet, but you guys keep going. You guys are there. You never unsubscribe. Thank you so much. And because of you guys, I come here with a story time, and I have a bit of some noodles and juice because I am hungry. So I don't know if this is gonna be a mukbang story time, but let's get on with it, guys. Yes. Okay, let me just have first bite. These, I have chilies here, and it's the chicken Kellogg's noodles. Okay, have a first bite. It is a bit chilly. So guys, by the title of this video, yes, I don't even know how to start. Okay, so guys, if you're new here, please go watch how I found out I was pregnant first, then you can come join here, then you'll understand. So just a recap, I found out I was pregnant a month after I broke up with my ex, or the father of my child. So I was 4 weeks pregnant when I found out. So that was around September, and during that time I had already started dating someone else, so I'm not gonna go into details as to why I started dating someone else while immediately after breaking up with my ex. However, it just went on like that, not like full on mjolo, but like just chatting, because we have met before long time ago when I was still at school. But when I went to Val and I had to organize, our assistant organizing a concert, he had to be one of the people that were there. But after the concert, that's when we started talking. So fine, he asked me out and so on, and I said yeah, and I said, you know what, I'm fresh from a breakup, but we can still communicate and so on, get to know each other better, all right, fine. That went on. So fast forward to when I found out I was pregnant. Mind you, I haven't slept with a guy. We've never kissed. The last time we saw each other was the night of the concert, and there was Nakona on stage, and there was that. So now, 4 weeks later, now it's around end of September. Nyakula, I tell him that I'm being sick and so on, and he doesn't even say, oh, what if you're pregnant and so on. No, and I never thought that would actually happen to me. So fine, I test, I find out I'm pregnant. Oh my god, what do I tell him? So I had 3 options, guys. I had 3 options. So the first option was, I tell him that, hey, I'm pregnant and we can't carry on with this anymore. I need to deal with my pregnancy. And there was no way I was gonna go back to the father of my child. Both me and him don't believe in this whole let's be together for the sake of the children or the sake of the child and so on. There's a reason why we broke up, and it was just that, and we had a mutual understanding on that. He had accepted the pregnancy and so on. So this part is me moving on. So I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? All right, first option, I tell him we break up. Second option, I sleep with him and I tell him like a week later that I'm pregnant, but I don't tell him how far. In Zulu we call that The third option was, I tell him and I ask him to be the father of my child, like to father my child. You be the dad, actually, to be the daddy of my child. She'll have a father, obviously, because I'm pregnant, but romantically I want you there, and I want you to be the father figure of my child, and plus we'll just have, ample, doing the deed, and she'll get to know you better. I don't know how the hell she's gonna know. I don't know why did I think she's gonna know him better while she's not even born yet. But I thought that him being around, she'll hear his voice, and it'll be very familiar, so that even when I give birth, he'll be around, and she'll be like, that's my daddy. Okay. I decide. I'm like, you know what? Let me just tell him. Okay, I tell him then. He comes over, he visits me. I tell him, and that's where he helped me tell my mom and my dad and so on. But then so the reason why, okay, so I tell him, and I tell him my suggestion, ne? And I tell him that, you know what, ne? I believe this is gonna work because you are recently from a relationship. So it's September. You had a girlfriend in February, and that had an abortion with twins, and your father knew, your family knew, they were all ready. You are ready to have children. So you being a father is in you. So even namanje, like, I feel this can work. This could work, guys. I felt like I was so desperate. I never imagined myself as a person that just dated someone that truly loves, like, this guy has been wanting me, been since high school. So now I'm like, single. You are now single. Let's get on with it. Let's not have pregnancy block our way. Yeah, but so then the guy was like, kind of buying it, trying to figure out if it's going to work and so on. And then during the time of my pregnancy, I think when I was about 4-5 months, then we broke up. Then he was like, no, you know what, I don't think I can actually do this. It's putting too much pressure on me. I had already accepted that I'm not going to be a father anymore, and now it's this trauma. Plus also I feel you might also, abort this, and now this is a trauma on top of trauma, trauma. So I was like, no, I can't. He was like, no, he can't. Hi, bo, guy. Okay. I let it be. So he dumped me. We didn't even break up. He dumped me. Alright, fine. He dumps me at around 4-5 months, and I let it be. Now I move on with my life. But now after that, I started resenting the guy. I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to see him anyway. I did not want to hear his name. I did not want to hear about him. If we were in the same area or the same place, like same church, if I smelled his scent, yes, it would make me so sick. It would make me so sick. So fine, I give birth, ne? But guy would use, for the sake of the story, we'll call him Umzwandile. Umzwandile would still communicate. Umzwandile would still call me. Umzwandile would still text me. Umzwandile would still ask me, how am I doing? How's the baby? Have I done a what scan? Do I attend my ANC classes, antenatal classes? How? Umzwandile, most you said you don't want this. So now why are you including yourself? Let me be and you be. Fine. Sometimes he keeps quiet. After I gave birth, he knew when I was giving birth. Umzwandile starts calling again. Now he starts pursuing me. I'm like, Gadi, so you are waiting for me to give birth so we can still jola. I can't. Now I'm focusing on my child. But like once my child was like 6 months, I think, 6 months, 7 months to a year, 10 months la ponje. She was fairly a bit, she was no longer like a newborn, yeah. Okay, fine. Umzwandile starts asking me out to go out on dates, picnic, what, where. Nah, hey, Umzwandile was doing the most. Hi, Umzwandile. Maybe started wanting to see the child, spending time with my baby. And I'm like, no, you lost that privilege, my darling. You did. A long time ago. So, fine, time goes on. And then, fine, we go to church together. Umzwandile introduces me to his family. Ngiyabona ngathi yabona ndiba right manje zasetha manje izinto. You see, hi Umzwandile, the last time I spoke to him in our relationship, we had to meet. So I lived in the south and he lived in the east. but we had to meet in a central place, which is Johannesburg. So fine, Umzandile, I tell him, Zwa, please, ne, before you leave, tell me so I can leave the same time, ne, or I'll leave a few minutes after your taxi leaves, so I won't have to wait for you, so I don't have to get early where we going or where we will meet. Sharp, sure. How Umzandile, 2-3 hours I called, voicemail, WhatsApp, one tick. There is no profile picture. I'm like, yo, umfana. I was so hurt. Like, I was so hurt. How Mzandile Dolo. Abafana. They will leave you in the desert with no water. I am telling you. So fine. After this happens, I decide, you know what? I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna leave him. 2-3 weeks later, he resurfaces. Hi, I'm really sorry about what happened. I just got nervous. Like, this thing is just becoming too serious for me. And I'm like, you? No, this is so unacceptable. You didn't want this in the beginning. Now you want it. Now you don't want it. And because I was friends with her sister, like his sister cousins, kind of a thing, she always told me, girl, I'm not being jealous over your relationship. You guys look good together and so on. But this guy is not good for you. He is not fine. He is not fine. Ever since those twins got aborted and so on, he was just not fine. So let him be. He must heal. He must heal, and you must focus on your newborn. Focus on being a mom. That's it. Guys, the hurt. Because I was now imagining you guys, you know, no ways. From then on, I was like, no. So then after that, I decided, you know what, ne, I'm gonna let him go. So I let him go. We grew apart. And then only last year did I decide to just reach out to him, because I was in a season of reconciliation, forgiveness, especially forgiveness towards myself for the things that I've done to myself, the things that I've let other people do to myself, and the things that I've done to other people, you know. So one of the people was him. So now I reached out from his sister, and I was like, hi, I'm looking for Mzwandile, he's still around and so on, and may I please have his numbers, okay, fine. So I talked to him, I remind him of the story of what happened between us, and the guy still remembers. And I'm like, yeah. So how crazy was that? It was really crazy. And I told him that I wanted to apologize. I'm reaching out because I only want to apologize for putting him in a position where he had to be a father to my child just because he was about to be a father already. I didn't think of the trauma. I didn't think of the trauma that this will also cause him, and because of the inconsistency, it wasn't really okay. And he then also apologized to say, no, I was also wrong, that I was also inconsistent. I just let you dry just like that. I ghosted you. Actually, yes, he ghosted me, you know. And yeah, guys, so please, I don't know in which world did I ever think asking this from a guy would ever work. Tell me, please, tell me which world. Because no way in hell was he going to agree to such. No, he was not going to agree. So guys, here is my story about how I asked a guy to be a father to my child. My unborn child. Yes, guys, with those 3 options, but I'm glad I was open about it. I didn't just say, you know what, I'm gonna sleep with him and I'm gonna say this is his child and so on. I was open about it, and I am grateful for where I am even now, because had I done that, the second option, yes, I don't know where would I have been. Other people do it, but I'm glad it wasn't my choice. I chose the other one. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched this video up till this far, please leave me a gold or yellow heart. Yes, a gold or yellow heart. And please, any comments down below, if you enjoyed the story time, yes, it is based on a true story. Mzandile is an alive man. He is alive. Yes, guys. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And please also share this video so other people can hear up on my crazy story, guys. The things that we do when we are desperate. When we are desperate. Yes. You. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Much love.